Hi there, I'm Amanda Cromhote from Truth. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We interview world experts in loyalty blindly. We're hoping to create insight, spontaneity, and a lot of fun through the challenge. The challenge is about promoting the blind loyalty trust, and my book called Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. All profits from the book go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So today's Blind Loyalty Challenge is a challenge with a difference, because actually I don't think I'm going to ask Ernie too much about loyalty, but there's lots to be said about where loyalty fits within the broader marketing mix. So today I have the absolute pleasure of Ernie Harker joining us. He was tagged by Bill Hannafin, and Bill needs no introduction to our loyalty world. And Ernie, you're a professional speaker in branding and. So super to have you, and I'm really excited about our conversation to come.
Me too. I can't wait to see what the surprises you have in store for me are.
Well, that sounds like a challenge back to me. So let's go. The chapter 7 of Blind Loyalty is about customer experience. And I feel very passionately, which I explain in the book, around how loyalty fits into that. It's not a separate thing. It's not like stuck out there on its own. But before we even worry about that level of detail, what is your own personal worst customer experience you've had?
Oh my gosh. I think the worst one I ever had was I went to a sandwich place, a very popular sandwich restaurant. They make the sandwiches right in front of you. And I showed up probably about 1 o'clock. So a little after the rush hour. I was the only one there. And I came up and stood right where you're supposed to, order here. I stand there. There's one guy working. There's typically just one guy working, but I don't know what he was doing. He was just kind of off to the side preparing something or whatever. But his body language, the experience was so terrible. He goes, after like 2 minutes or 3 minutes of just me standing there, like, am I invisible? He didn't greet me or anything. He looks up at me and he's like, what do you want?
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, and here's what I said. I said, do you hate your job? And that caught him totally by surprise. And he's like, huh? I go, do you hate, you look absolutely miserable. And he goes, no, it's all right. And I go, well, from my perspective, it makes it very dissatisfying to come here. It seems like I am totally interrupting your day. I'm not important to you because I'm in the marketing business. I'm in customer experience. So I thought, has anybody ever told this guy that he is absolutely miserable? And his misery rubbed off on me. So worst customer experience ever. So,
and when we audit loyalty programs, one of the most fundamental factors is it loved by your people?
yeah.
And that's the program, let alone the sandwich they're making. So we're fully aligned on that one. Okay, so in the first few chapters of the book, we talk strategy and so on. And I just wanted to really pick your brains on what do you believe is the power of loyalty and rewards programs in the broader brand strategy space?
Well, there's two different ways I would kind of look at this. One is, how can your business create a reward that is unique? And I think what we do typically is we kind of just fall into the system or the typical process. For example, you get a few cents back, or you get a percentage back. So what can your organization do that is different to give someone a reward? So for example, I used to work at Maverick, and we would create these outrageously fun outdoor adventure prizes that kind of magnified and reflected the adventure brand that we had. Now, like we did a truck Norris, a work truck named after Chuck Norris that had Chuck Norris emblems and Americana stuff all over it. Now, any convenience store couldn't really do that because it wouldn't fit in their brand.
Yeah.
We did, so it created a point of difference. So that's like the first thing. It's like, what can I do as a prize or a reward that is unique to my business. And I think that's like, okay, not just a free cup of coffee after every 10 cups. It's like, what can you do? And it
Yeah.
takes a little bit of digging, and it takes a little bit of creativity. So I forgot what the second one was, but that was the first one.
Yeah, and it links. We often ask our clients, like, what are your brand assets? Like, what have you
Hmm.
got that you can pass just to your members rather than to everybody and make that experience just totally unique. So
Yeah.
yeah, we should have spoken earlier. Yeah, my last question's got absolutely nothing to do with loyalty, but you're a super interesting guy, so I'd like to ask you this. What is your favorite loyalty, not loyalty, what's your favorite business book?
Oh my gosh, my favorite business book. I think the one that I've referenced more than any other book. Now I've done a lot. Like, so E-Myth is super, super helpful for me as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That was super constructive. But I think the one I reference more than anything from a personal life and business life is Tim Ferriss's The 4 Hour Work Week. Because it's so easy for me to just work hard, but not work smart. And he has a saying, are you working for work's sake? And I do. I find myself going, well, I can do a gazillion things, so I should do a gazillion things.
Yeah.
And he's very choiceful in the kinds of things that he does. So yeah, there's
Yeah,
the
great.
myth, the 4 Hour Work Week. I keep it next to my night. I often would keep it next to my nightstand where I keep my scriptures, my Bible. And my wife would tease me because she'd be like, "Are you reading Brother Ferris? You know, like this prophet?" And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. He's not that big a deal, but he's kind of a big deal."
Yeah, he's second to that.
So,
Beautiful. Well, it's quite selfish that I asked this question because obviously I walk away with a wonderful book list.
yeah.
But I know lots of folks love this question. So thank you. Lovely. I haven't had 4 hour work week before, but I do know it. Great. So Ernie, you were tagged by Bill Hannafin. Who would you like to
Mhm.
tag for me to bring onto the challenge?
You know what? I'd say Ben Lucky is a cool guy. I knew him from Maverick. He's a fantastic like food guy. He's in the convenience industry. Who else would be
Great.
good? Um, are you looking for like loyalty type people?
No, Ben's good.
Just
You're
anybody?
going to have to help me do the
Okay,
introduction, but yeah, we're good with Ben.
awesome. I've got a couple other guys too. I'll have to send you their names. One guy is he leads a program called the Gentleman Project, and he's taught his whole project is about helping men become better fathers.
Oh wow.
And it's a powerful. He's got a huge podcast that drives that. Uh, he's really passionate about being just a better dad. And let's see who
That's
else.
incredible. Sounds amazing. I'm sure
Yeah,
a lot of people
he's a
listening to
rock
this.
star. Really,
Stunning.
really nice guy. Um, and also, I'll have to think of the third one because
You want to
want
give
to
me
make,
three?
be
I like
choiceful
three.
about it. Yeah,
Okay,
thank
well
you.
we'll chat offline.
Okay,
But thank you, Ernie. What an absolute pleasure. Thank you for doing the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
my pleasure. Thanks for having me.